Remember, folks, if you complain about the riff, even though you have plenty of other things you can do, even though you have plenty of other videos to watch, I will make my little brother Rick watch a bad filler of any anime of my choosing. You don't want him to sit through bad filler, do you? Because I know it's a pretty crappy filler. I've seen a ton of anime. Heck, I might even make him watch a lousy Gundam series, although I haven't found one that I know he would hate. But I would make him watch one. Or worse, Cross Edge. And I know he wouldn't like that. Do you guys really want this? Heck, you guys put in 3 comments talking about these riffs, and I will make him watch a marathon of Andy Geist and Bad Bull 34. And you will hate it. For the rest of you, welcome. Last time we've had some introductions, we've had everybody getting ready to go to space. Oh yeah, and we caught up with the plot of the video game. Ganondorf did his usual boo-ha-ha-ing, kidnapped Zelda, and the rest of it's gonna try to follow Armageddon. You guys are not here for Armageddon, so instead, I'm just gonna skip most of it, with the exception of one chapter before we get to Ganon's castle, and just give you a highlight reel of some of the other stuff that's happened. But first, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rangers in space! Set controls to outer space now. Flying higher than ever before. Rangers in space! Go Power Rangers! Go fly now! Go Power Rangers! Go fly! Go Power Rangers! Go Power Rangers in space! Sorry, I love the Power Rangers in space music. And no amount of Mikan trying to put in the Sensei or Hero of Time as a way of doing it is going to work. So yeah, usual things. They fly up to space. Drill malfunctions. They get a new drill. They try working on the bomb. And some of the OCs die. And Mikan is torn up about it, saying that Ganondorf will pay for the death of the OCs. Mikan, you're right in this thing. You don't need to have killed the LCs. But then we get to this chapter where apparently one of the characters is going to die. Less than 5 hours to go before the Zero Barrier was breached. Link and his team weren't about to let the ground delay their drilling any longer. Both the transmission and a new strong drill was hooked up and the rocket commenced. Tranny's hooked up. Hey! Said Mars as the machine was starting up again. We're back in business. This time, Jupiter and Mars will use strong tools to hold the drilling arm steady, so the drill head wouldn't get launched again. Saturn and Venus kept their eyes on the transmission to make it certain it won't blow out again, and Mercury helped Estefan at speed work on the communications. You guys have magic. You could do this cooler than what they did at Armageddon. As they worked, and had much success too, and drilled a lot deeper, they all paused a minute to look on ahead. It's the Earth, said Silverman softly. Darian turned his head to look through the glass. Oh, wow. It was so pretty from way up here, he said softly. I just hope we'll be able to set foot on her again. As Link looked on at the Earth, he kept promising himself over and over again he would save it, and not let it be destroyed like his planet was. As time went by, the hole was really coming along nicely. Yeah, we just kept digging ourselves deeper. Alright, let's go, Oopsies. Give me a death ray, Darian, said Link. We're 500 feet and increasing, Darian answered. Only 500 more feet to go. That was somewhat good thing, only they still had to keep in mind they still had their side mission to do. With 3 hours to go to Yaz would be well against them. You know, you could just blow the asteroid off and destroy most of the castle, and then save Zelda as he's falling. Where was Navi? Ellipses. Navi had been flying around for quite a while, concealing herself inside a bubble to protect herself from the deadlines of space and hazards of the asteroid.
Oh, phew, ellipses. My wings are just getting tired from all this flying, she groaned. How hard can it be to find one stupid castle?
Actually, it's very hard indeed. The asteroid was the size of all of North America, and Gan's castle could have been anywhere. Too bad all the jagged rocks and mountains all looked alike, or it would be easier to find it. Yes, because of all that stonework. Now he sat down and cleaned to realize a moment.
Ooh, ellipses, my poor wings.
As the set looked at her wings, which stretched them, as tiny she was, her weight gain was all way on the rock. She began to roll down the hill.
Whoa, what's going on? Whoa!
Thud, thunk, bash, bunk. As he flew like a catapult over the hillsides, it was barely able to keep from drifting in space.
Whoa!
Bump. She smacked head first into a tall rock.
Oof, ellipses. Oh boy, ellipses. Ow!
Teal muttered as he rubbed her head.
Oh, I'll tell you what, ow.
She stood up.
Oh, smacking in your head with you.
She stood angrily, kicked her hard, very hard stone. Boing! So hard that it was made of rubber! Her cheeks puffed up as she tried to back her yelp.
Oh, that hurts.
This suddenly, ellipses. She heard voices from just below her, saw streets light just ahead.
What's that?
She hovered over a little ways and realized where she was. She wasn't on an ordinary rock, and those voices. One of them sounded very familiar.
Gandalf!
Teal muttered.
This plan is certain to have those pets come rushing over here,
Gandalf said.
and when they do, ellipses. Ellipses, we should be ready then!
Your plan bewilders me, my lord,
said one of his minions.
What is it that you hope to accomplish?
Gandalf's list snarled his sneer.
You have the brains of an listening at times, he said. We knew from the very start they were coming to get us.
He looked back at Zelda and saying,
After all, ellipses, we still have the bait,
he replied.
So we wait.
Gandalf nodded.
And then, ellipses, we take, ellipses, and then we destroy. Then everything will be mine for the taking. Let's the plan into action at once.
The monster ran off and signaled his men.
What are you doing?
Teal cried. Then he saw floating what appeared to be a whole load of natural gases into a series of pipelines leading all over the bowels of the asteroid.
Oh my god, they fed it beans!
All that pressure, all that mass was enough to blow up the fairy ground itself.
Oh no, I got one of them.
Navi Teal cried and spread it off.
Oh, I hope I'm not too late.
Meanwhile, at the drill site, ellipses, 3 hours ago, and by now they had drilled up to 750 feet. Speed was ever so amazed. Well, Abi, ellipses, we might actually pull this off, he muttered. Estefan was still working on their own satellite. Urza not the thing said. It was already too late as the ground began to vibrate low.
Hey, what's happening?
Cinnamon asked. Then suddenly, ellipses, pow! Right in the kisser! All began to blasting green streams of gas like an answering geyser. Darian, ellipses, Late said, trying to keep calm. Douse just slowly, back it out of there. Darian's eyes widened. Oh, uh-oh, ellipses. Then suddenly the ground began to quaking badly. Earthquake! Cried Mars. The ground's breaking up! And it's so hard to do. We've hit a gas pocket, cried Jupiter. Quick, shut it off! Shut it off now! Shouted Link. Armadillo began to rocket about. Oh man, we're gonna have a blowout. Woo! Have off! He tried the controls, but they weren't working. Small explosives began erupting from the ground. Darian, get out of here! Cried Link. I can't, ellipses. The house is broken! Darian cried. This is it! Super slower speed, slow motion.
You wouldn't dare.
Selma and Darian both raised their hands to each other.
Oh, thank goodness.
Nah. Darian. I'm finished. Then it happened.
Cease. How did I do, folks? Write it down in the comments. The ground exploded all around the armadillo, sending everyone flying backwards and blasting the armadillo clear out the asteroid, taking Darien with it. Darien! Slink screamed. Everyone watched it hard as the armadillo soared higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Sorry. And then, ellipses, it exploded with a big bang! Attack. Everyone's eyes filled with tears and gasps of shock. No! Sailor Moon. Now is that no, Sailor Moon, or no, don't, or is that no, comma?
It can't be, ellipses. It can't be, ellipses. Gone.
So, this is like, what, the second time in canon Darien died, and probably second time overall. Well, third time if you count reincarnation, and then, of course, if you count all the ways that Sailor Moon can resurrect him. I'm just saying that in Sailor Moon terms, death is about as cheap as it is on Dragon Ball. Darien. Link screamed. This was no chance at all. The big orange sword and Darien's Deku nuts. I have dignity! We're seen floating around, and he vanished in thin air, affirming it loud and clear. He was gone. At Houston, ellipses, everyone was most upset. They've had a blowout cell! Woo! Brr! Half off! The armadillo's off scope. Repeat, there's no sign of the armadillo. Yamato slowly took off his headset, bowed his head low, just as a lot of the other people did. The mission was completely jeopardized. May God help us all. Back at the real sat, ellipses,
Tuxedo Calvin! Silver sobbed. Can't believe he's gone.
all the girls began to cry. Speed and Estefan were feeling really low, while everyone, no one felt as bad as Lake did. His eyes were filled with tears of pain and loss as he walked over towards the hole.
No. Don't put your wang in it, Link. Now's not the time.
Near the wreckage and leftovers of the armadillo. Leftovers. He fell to his knees and slammed his fists to the ground. No! He sobbed, no. He had only lost a dear friend, ally, but they were only at 750 feet. That was 250 short of their drill mark. Now both the armadillos had been destroyed, and they had not the equipment to finish the job on time. It was all over now. Link looked over and found there, in the ashes near his hand, Darien's white mask, ellipses, the only thing left of him. Get a hold of the Yamato, Link, he cried softly. He shut his eyes tightly, and his eyes covered with sorrow, prepared the world for bad news. Get hold of Yamato? Why, certainly! Hello? Captain Okita? We need you. Right. Prepare to wave motion cannon. Preparing to wave motion cannon. All engines are set. Wait, stabilizing centers. Flash protection goggles on. Fire! Fire! This is what happens when you watch too much Super Robot Wars. On Earth, ellipses, air raid sirens were wailing and people were rushing to their shelters or home to be with their families as the world news delivered the bad news. So, it's the news then. We're getting sketchy information that mission has suffered massive failure, ellipses, and what we're trying to do is determine what really happened. But several NASA officials and other reporters who are rushing home to be with their families have reported to us that the drilling was unsuccessful. All over the world, there were people chanting their prayers. Some even looked at the sky, searching for the asteroid, wearing large white signs that said, ellipses, the end is here! And they then flipped the sign. Right! Told you we were right this time! And in Tokyo, ellipses, all the families were either in tears, worrying about the girls, or praying something would happen. We're going to go off the air now, so wherever you are, ellipses, good luck, and God bless you. As for me, you're listening to
Kid Brockman News. And as for me, considering that the world is about to end, I would like to announce the following people can go fuck right off. And now, the following people are in fact Nazis.
Time to zero barrier, ellipses. 2 hours, ellipses. 53 minutes, ellipses. 48 seconds, ellipses. Time to impact, ellipses. 6 hours, ellipses. 50 minutes, ellipses. 48 seconds, ellipses. Houston had no idea what to do, and it got even worse. "We got a bogey incoming!" cried Kakaru.
Here's looking at you, kid.
"It's going to hit right in the middle of Paris!" In Paris, ellipses. Everyone began running amok in panic as the small meteor zoomed towards the middle of town, ellipses. Crash, ellipses. Sending a giant shockwave of eruption to spread, and did catastrophic damage. Toppling over the Eiffel Tower, ripping off the roof of the Invalides, destroying the gargoyles of Sakakura, and claiming the lives of many. You don't even know what a single one of those are, do you? And I'm not just talking about the people who are Mike fans or Mike himself. I'm talking to you people listening to my show. By this point, everything Yamato had hoped would happen. Martial law was declared in countless countries, and everyone was going berserk. "Ye my forces!" Making messes and going around and doing what they wanted, ellipses, living their last.
Oh, there's no better way to say it. I love you, Mr. Burns!
What was that, Smithers?
I said, I'm happy to be with you, Mr. Burns.
Once the asteroid hits zero barrier, it'll take about 3 hours and 57 minutes to impact Earth. Now you have the differences between the two timers. I don't think we really needed it, but thanks for the help. Back on the asteroid, ellipses, Navi was forcing her wings to go as fast as they could, and her back was really starting to hurt. But finally she reached the drill site, ellipses, but she didn't like what she was found. The armadillo was missing, and everyone was near or in tears, and no sign of Darien everywhere.
"No, ellipses, I'm just late,"
she cried. Tato flew in slowly towards the sailors, and the tears in their eyes proved she guessed right. They had a big blow up. "Boo! Woo! Have off!" which destroyed the armadillo in Mamoru, putting their mission in deep trouble. Right now, Speed and Esteban were waiting orders from Houston what to do, but they were told not to do a thing until Yamato's final decision was made. Link, however, remained where he was, on his knees, staring sadly at the ground. He didn't move or make a noise. The only hint he was alive was the soft blinking of his eyes. Unable to accept his greatest failure, Ulysses, the once proud hero of time, had lost his strength and will. He promised he would savor the world. Ulysses, he swore on Speed's family life, and he let them all down. He felt like a total loser. Oh, come on, guys. Just because Link got his mammy little butt handed to him by Cloud is no reason to lose hope.
"Link,"
Teal whispered.
"come on, Link, say something."
But Link remained silent and still. Even Speed and the scouts tried to comfort Link with the old, "you did your best" trick. The hole should be deep enough we can save the Earth, Ulysses, we hope. Link still didn't move. "It was no use!" Ulysses. The light that used to shine in Link's eyes had disappeared, and all he felt was emptiness. He held the Earth down. He let the Earth down, Ulysses. He let his team down, Ulysses. He let me down! Oh, come on! Let me down here! And the worst of all, he may even let Zelda down. This reminded Navi why she had come back in the first place. Decided to tell them all on the shell. "You found it?" asked Jupiter. Tail nodded. So you found Ganondorf's castle. It wasn't too far from the drill site. They could walk over in less than 5 minutes of the low gravity. Well, Ulysses, they did have more than 2.5 hours before zero barrier. They did need to get this done before they blew up the asteroid. "Master, what should we do?" asked Mars. But Link was still not moving or speaking. "Master?" No response. Cinnamon stood up.
"I say we go,"
he said fiercely, much to everyone's surprise. "Not to me. I mean, I don't know how many times I had to say this to a bunch of people who don't like Sailor Moon until it gets to their big fat heads, but that whole crybaby, I'm scared shtick ends right around the Doom Tree arc. Okay, right around then, Yasagi, well, still pretty much Goku levels of stupid, becomes a lot more courageous, doesn't cry about having to fight all the time, and is willing to do whatever she can to help her friends. Hell, on the R movie, she basically tells everybody to not go to where Darien was because she didn't want to lose any more of her friends. She was willing to sacrifice everything to protect her Nakama. Give this girl some respect. The other scouts knew she was right. One of their main options was to rescue Zelda, and engage in a long-awaited confrontation with Ganondorf. He already killed so many innocent beings when he destroyed the planet Legara. And now, on Earth, he and his asteroid had killed many more. Who knew what he would do if he got in his way and where it would end? Jupiter stood up. Let's go.
I'm in. For Darien.
Let's do this. Even though Link wasn't talking, they all knew what his answer would be. To sit there in a field position and cry? Speed relayed word to Houston. His team was heading off on a side quest in a moment. That the final decision would have to wait a little while. You all be careful out there, said Speed.
Trust us, Carl. We will be,
said Jupiter. When they got back to their bubble suits and headed off, ellipses. He hiked towards a few planes on the asteroid and around the mountain where the curves went down. Suddenly, there it was. Ooh. Everyone stopped a moment to stare at It's awe. A-W-E. I know what I'm reading here. Ooh. Ellipses. Ganon's castle. It was really tall, with 3 different segments on the main tower. They could also see the entrance, which was not at all guarded, but didn't have to be either. The castle itself was sitting on a floating rock, which was hovered 200 feet above a molten lava.
Where did that molten lava come from?
Never mind!
Well, would you look at that?
Cried Sailor Moon. This was it, all right. Zelda was inside that castle. Right at the top of the tower, so was Ganondorf. According to Navi, he was the one who sent that gas pocket to kill Darien. He had been expecting them all. I'm just imagining how this conversation went over in back on Houston. As a matter of fact,
I'll be right back.
Hey, Houston, you know that giant asteroid we sent that team of Senshi and Link to try to blow up, otherwise we all die? Well, I don't know how to put this, but they just announced that they're putting the whole entire plan on hold right before they can launch the nuke to go off on some random-ass side quest to defeat Ganondorf. Would you like to give us your opinion on that? Over. What? Yeah, they're completely ignoring the main mission that could possibly, save the entire fucking planet to go off on a side mission to stop Ganondorf. How ridiculous are they? How stupid are they? Very, sir. Just wanted to let you know that. Thank you.
Any ideas how we're going to get up there?
Asked Venus. The castle was too far, too high up to reach with a single jump. Even with low gravity, it was just too risky, ellipses. And the castle was made of rock, steel, and hookshots wouldn't work either.
Now what are we going to do?
Asked Morris. The only person who would know what to do was Link, and he was being still and silent. Somehow they had to get through him. Suddenly, the dam burst! Ellipses. They all heard a familiar voice. Sailor Senshi. Ellipses. Can you hear me? Everyone looked around. They didn't see anyone, but he recognized that voice.
Raru, is that you?
Asked Mercury. Yes, it is. Ellipses. Now listen to what I have to say. If you all join hands together, you can use the power of V6 stages to grant you access to the castle where Ganondorf dwells. All of them? But how are they all supposed to join hands if Link wasn't mentally with them? Bitch slap him? Don't worry about Link, said Raru. I will guide him as much as I can. Oopsies. But he will need to find his strength back on his own. So, Nina, stand in a circle and join hands. They all stood in their respective circles of light. Light, ellipses, force, ellipses, fire, ellipses, water, ellipses, shadow, ellipses, spirit. Shadow and spirit are supposed to be the other way around. Well, then why don't you write it in the other way around? Good luck, everyone, replied Raru. And be warned, ellipses, the castle's keep, known as Guardian's Tower, is protected by 6 evil barriers.
Bring down the six barriers in ellipses. See Princess Zelda.
That voice is not easy, folks. It is not. Everyone nodded. Ellipses. Expect for Link. They had to close their eyes. Hands across the water.
Water.
And concentrated, with Ryru helping Link. Then their bodies all began glowing their respective stage colors. And that's when the mighty rune gods appeared. Sailor Senshi, you have shown us strength of heart to prove yourselves worthy of bearing us. Now dawn us and destroy Ganon's castle.
Whoa. 20 episodes back into Magic Tank right here, Irving. You're hooked.
Oh, what can I say? It's one of my favorite shoujo.
Wait a minute. Rare versus Sojo?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, Trix, I'm sorry.
No!
I mean, pretty faces. I mean,
But, no! Trixie's gonna tell your mother about this.
okay, Trix.
Trixie has just gotten back, and your mother agrees with her. It is not a shoujo.
I don't know what to tell you, Trix. It's a shoujo. It just happens to be a shonen series that got trapped into a shoujo show. With all the awesome trappings.
Trixie loves you.
Hundreds of glowing lights emerged from their bodies and floated out over their heads, and began to settle down between the gap towards the castle. A light flash! And then, ellipses, what a sight to behold. There, placed in the gap, was a shiny rainbow bridge. Was giving only one thing.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. When the rainbow bridge to Asgard, when the mighty heavens roar, you'll be there in breathless wonder, the god of thunder,
Mighty Thor! Trixie does not like you. But I love you, Trix.
Wow, cried Mars, would you look at this? The bridge, though it was see-through, woo! They could very well stand on it, and now, ellipses, it was really time. They all took a deep breath in, and began walking out to the bridge towards the entrance, while Ganondorf was watching them from above.
Ellipses. So, Ellipses, it's finally begun!
Let's see. Link has a bunch of bad thoughts about what's happening, and another song I don't even recognize, but I have a feeling it probably does not match.